Can food at home following sterile principles? Imagine turning fresh garden produce into shelf-stable jars that keep their flavor and nutrients for months. Home canning can do that, but safety is key. If you want to preserve food safely, you need to follow strict sterile principles. These are not just tips but proven methods backed by science to prevent foodborne illnesses. When done correctly, home canning keeps your food safe and full of healthful qualities. Canning works by sealing food in airtight jars and heating them enough to kill harmful microorganisms. The goal is to create a sterile environment inside each jar so bacteria, yeasts, molds, and enzymes cannot grow. This process extends the food's shelf life and helps retain vitamins and minerals. But it's important to use the right method for each type of food. There are 3 main ways to can food at home. The first is boiling water bath canning, used for high-acid foods like fruits, jams, jellies, and properly acidified tomatoes and pickles. The acidity level must be at or below pH 4.6 to prevent dangerous bacteria like Clostridium botulinum from growing. The jars are submerged in boiling water at 112 degrees Fahrenheit for a specific time, usually 10 to 15 minutes depending on the food and jar size. The second method is atmospheric steam canning, which also works for high-acid foods. It uses steam to heat the jars, but it's not safe for low-acid foods. The third and most important method for low-acid foods is pressure canning. This method uses a special pressure canner to reach temperatures of 140 degrees Fahrenheit. This high heat destroys spores of botulism bacteria that can survive boiling water temperatures. To do home canning safely, start with fresh, high-quality produce. Wash everything thoroughly, including jars, lids, and tools, with hot, soapy water. Use tested recipes, especially for acidity levels. For tomatoes, adding lemon juice or citric acid is necessary to ensure safety. Always use new lids and properly seal jars to prevent leaks. Pack food into jars using the recommended hot or raw packing methods, then remove air bubbles and wipe the rims clean. Processing times are scientifically determined to ensure the food reaches the right temperature. Once processed, let jars cool undisturbed. As they cool, a vacuum seal forms, which keeps the food safe. Check each jar to make sure the seal is tight before storing. Any unsealed jars should be refrigerated and used quickly. Home canning allows you to preserve nutrient-rich foods at their peak ripeness. You can also preserve herbal infusions, broths, and fermented foods like sauerkraut, which support gut health. Following sterile principles and proper techniques ensures your preserved foods are safe and healthy. Avoid common mistakes like using untested recipes, skipping processing steps, or reusing lids. Also, never can low-acid foods without a pressure canner. Understanding key terms like pH, vacuum seal, and processing helps you follow safe practices. pH measures acidity, and foods with a pH of 4.6 or lower are high acid and safe for boiling water or steam canning. The vacuum seal keeps air and bacteria out, preserving freshness. Proper processing heats the jars enough to destroy harmful organisms. In the end, home canning is a practical way to keep your foods safe and full of wellness benefits. When you follow these sterile principles carefully, you can enjoy your homemade preserves without worry. It's a skill that combines culinary care with food safety, giving you control over what goes into your pantry and your body.